Orlando officials are proposing a 6-month moratorium on new nightclubs in downtown Orlando. It will also require permitting for businesses wanting to pour alcohol after 12 a.m. Ryan Gillespie is looking into this. So, Ryan, why does the city feel the need to do this right now?
Really, for the better part of 2 years at this point, high level city officials have been really taking a deep look at downtown and kind of the atmosphere around it. And really, the reason for that is a number of reasons. It can maybe most directly be traced back about a year and a half ago when an Army veteran was killed outside, really right in the middle of the bar district on the sidewalk. And there's been quite a few shootings since then throughout the downtown area, typically in the late night hours, usually in the 2 a.m. range when after last call, and thousands of people are being forced out of bars onto the streets to head home and whatnot. So the violence really has created a very real danger for people, but also very much a perceived one as well. So we've seen kind of all sorts of things that the city has done, whether that's regulating the noise coming out of bars and nightclubs, regulating parking lots, requiring security in parking lots and things like that, where maybe people were pre-gaming and maybe not spending money in the establishments, but instead bringing their own alcohol downtown and partying in the garages and whatnot. And also what we're seeing now is a moratorium on new nightclubs downtown for at least 6 months if it's approved by the city council. And within that, they can actually extend it another 6 months. So in reality, we're looking at a potential 1 year moratorium on new nightclubs. And also, like you mentioned, there basically, if you're in the downtown area, in an area called the downtown entertainment area, which is basically the easiest way to describe it, is the area where you see bars downtown, where you see all of them. That is the downtown entertainment area. If you are in there and you want to serve alcohol after midnight, you will need to have a permit to do so if this is approved by city council. And within that permitting process comes all kinds of requirements, from potentially hiring off-duty cops to security guards and metal detectors and whatnot. And basically the end game on all of this is in hopes of creating a safer downtown.
Yeah, so this permitting, does this go actually entail all the businesses already down there? Is there grandfathered in thing, or is this just everyone across the board?
So the moratorium only affects new nightclubs. So if you're a nightclub downtown, you are not being closed down. But if you're trying to open a new one, you might have problems. But with the permit specifically, that is for everybody. If you want to serve alcohol after midnight and you're in the downtown entertainment area, you will need a permit to do so. And basically, depending on the size of your establishment, if your occupancy is like 50 people or something like that, you probably won't really have too much to do except fill out some paperwork. If you're one of the larger establishments, with maybe an occupancy of several hundred people, you would probably be required to hire an off-duty police officer. You would have to have security at basically anywhere where people can go in and out. So if you've got multiple doors, you would need multiple security guards. And those security guards will be overseeing metal detectors and whatnot, which are required as well. And basically the point of all of this, according to the police chief, Eric Smith, is that there's just too many illegal guns downtown. His officers are taking guns off people all the time. And basically, when you've got a shooting problem, they see the easiest way to go about it is to try to get the guns out of downtown.
Yeah, so the city is actually proposing this right now. What would it actually take for them to get this to go through?
So basically, these two things are ordinances. So the way those work is they need to be voted on by the city council twice before they can be implemented. And so at these votes, the public can weigh in. So if you're a business owner and you're impacted by this and you want your opinion to be heard, that would be where you do it. So the first vote is scheduled for January 23rd. So that's this coming Monday. And then the second vote would be February 6th. So 2 weeks after that on a Monday as well. So the nightclub moratorium, if all of these votes are implemented, the nightclub moratorium would basically happen immediately on February 6th. But if you're worried about the alcohol permit, that'll be a couple of months. So that won't actually start until May 1st. The city told me that they want to work with the bar owners and whatnot to make that process as smooth as possible. There's actually also funding available because these metal detectors and things are expensive. The city's willing to pay up to 80% of those costs, or $20,000. You can read more details on that in our story online. So yeah, there's quite a process at play here.